Snapchat is down after hours after reporting their first quarter earnings. This is because of the daily active users value being reported lower than what was estimated. So it was estimated that they would have daily active users at 168 million. They reported 166 million. So they expected to grow by 10 million daily active users from quarter 4 to quarter 1. They only grew by 8 million. So this is still a large number that they grew by. They just missed on it a very little. Next is their revenue. Their revenue missed by around 10 million. Now, their revenue grew from quarter 4 to quarter 1 by 286%. So we're seeing revenue growth. We're seeing daily active user growth still in good numbers. Now, they just missed by a little, and this is the reason behind the company dropping in value right now. After listening to their earnings conference call, I'm much more confident in Snapchat because of the comments they made on all my questions. So they don't want to have unnatural daily active user growth, and this is what the CEO Evan Spiegel commented on. And I really like it because daily active user growth should not be through growth hacking. And growth hacking is a term used when companies kind of force notifications to people's phones, so people click on the notification to get into their apps. And Snapchat did not want to go through this route. They wanted to go more long term. And I like seeing this because personally, I don't like when apps send me notifications to get into their app. The next thing that was awesome in their earnings conference call was their hardware comments. So the CEO wants to surprise people. He doesn't want to say anything on the future products that they might have. They were very excited about the upcoming hardware that they have this year. Another thing they disclosed was that they like to test all their hardware themselves. So Spectacles was their first hardware piece, and it only grew by $4 million in revenue. Spectacles totaled $8 million in revenue for the quarter 1, and they weren't worried about that because they wanted to just test the hardware and see how successful it was. And I like this because in the future we're going to see a lot of hardware tested, and if they test hardware, they're going to find what hardware does the best and use most of their resources on that hardware. So the next thing is the comments around developing countries. The CEO's reply on this was really good, I think. So he says Snapchat is an app to use in the moment. And this can't be done very well in developing countries because developing countries have much more expensive phone networks. And so many people would have to use the Snapchat app in wireless cafes or on a wireless network, and therefore it's not being used very in the moment. After that comment, he does say Snap is for everyone. Okay, the next thing is Facebook competition. So the question was, does Facebook scare you? And the CEO laughed at it, literally. One thing he wanted to, so this is what he said, one thing to communicate is the overall creativity, and it looks like the team they hire, the creative culture they have, the products they have, create value through creativity. And I really like that comment. And he says you have to be comfortable with products being copied because they are great products. So he thinks everyone will develop a camera strategy because they are labeled as a camera company. And a camera strategy is just going to be like the same as a social media strategy or a search strategy. He says Yahoo has a search box, it doesn't mean they're Google. So I think this is what defines Snapchat very well, is that they're a camera company and they use the camera as their median of their business. Now, some of the things that you might be confused on, and I was a little confused on, is the little more than $2 billion in losses. Now, this is because of the IPO, and this is because of paying $500 million to the founders. So this is a non-recurring cost, so it's not going to happen again. What do I think about Snapchat? I think they're very strong still, and this is because of the ad platform. So in quarter 2 for Snapchat is going to be really great because they're rolling out their ad platform in quarter 2 in June. And for this ad platform, this is what makes them very innovative because they're making it available to any business, small or large. Now, the small businesses who don't have access to agencies but want to try buying ads can buy ads on the Snapchat platform. And large advertisers will really want to use the platform because it will give them real-time results, and it will also allow them to get to a larger audience who can't be reached by some of the larger platforms. This is going to be great for Snapchat. This is where their revenue is coming, and they're going long-term, so I think Snapchat is going to be doing very well long-term. So that was the video. If you like to hit the like button, share this with your friends who might have invested in Snapchat, just so they know right away that they don't need to be worried as much. And also leave a comment down below with a company I should analyze this Sunday.